Hey everybody, today I'll be doing my first scripted video ever, so it'll probably be shit. And before I continue with the script, just a little off topic thing. Sorry for not uploading in a while. Either, well, I didn't have any of my equipment, so duh. Can't upload without my fucking equipment. Okay. I do want to tell you all about the Ultimate Crossover game that was made back in '99. For a lot of you were born probably. But, before we get on with the video, do you want safe and private browsing? Do you want to see what Netflix has to offer in other countries? Well, I have a very simple answer for you. I don't care. If you want a fucking VPN, you can get one your fucking self. Before we talk about Mugen, there's a really funny story I heard out this other game, and Mugen will come into the picture later. If you want to see the game because I'm too lazy to get my own fucking footage this game, go watch Cybershell's video on Mugen and this game, because he's definitely done a better job than I have. He's the reason I got the idea for this video, so thanks Cybershell. In the Sonic the Hedgehog drought during the Saturn era, many people made their own Sonic fan games with very little pushback from Sega. One of these games was Sonic Gather Battle, a Sonic themed beat 'em up game with Sonic characters, so nothing really interesting yet. It's made using the engine to make Little Fighter 2, a freeware beat 'em up from China. Here's where shit gets real. The creator Limana Dan, the Taiwanese dev of Sonic Gather Battle, put in an update on December 14th, 2017, added malicious DRM to the game. There's many ways to trigger this, such as attempting to modify Gather Battle with a cheat engine or trying to put your save onto another computer. When it's activated, the screen goes dark and little red scary ghosts come and attack you. The music gets really spooky as well, which is just Amy's version of Twinkle Park and the House of Mirrors. As of that, the game isn't completely unplayable, but now it's just a real pain in the ass. Here's the thing, I think that was bad, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Try going into the registry manager and removing red ghost protection. Fill the screen with red static and big or white ghosts will appear and instantly kill you, and then the screen will read, "You died." You won't be able to do anything about it besides close the game. If that didn't make your younger siblings shit their pants, or make you shit your pants, the US version of the Sonic CD music plays. That song is scary as shit, dog. Turns out how it works is when it's installed, the game will not run if you're not connected to the internet. And if I'm wrong, isn't the game single player? Single player games don't need internet connection, specifically Wi-Fi connection. When it's run for the first time, it asks for administrator access. And as a general rule of thumb, do not give admin access to random files you just downloaded off the internet. Also, when it's first installed, it creates a file called b.dll, reads it, then immediately deletes it. That, not gonna lie, kinda fucking weird. It also, upon opening, opens what'smyip.org and sends your IP to a private server where the creator can manually disable the game via adding your IP to a blacklist file when the DRM is activated. Close the app and reopen it, doesn't remove it from the red ghost shit. Removed, you need to track down the creator and explain why you should be removed from the blacklist file. So, if you have a tab open and look up the words cheat, hack or mod whilst the game is running, it'll close the whole browser. It does that by scanning window names, and some people think it's scanning your search history, presumably for these words as well. Now, do you want to know why he done this? Take a guess. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to comment. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, time's up, bitch. The reason is very fucking retarded. He put fucking malware into his goddamn game because he didn't want people to rip and steal his fucking sprite edits. Not even original art asset. He made all of these absolutely dogshit insane malware protection schemes and whatever to protect his sprites, but although all of that, someone uploaded all of the sprites onto the Mugen archive. And you best believe I downloaded those motherfuckers. I'm never gonna use the fucking things. I just want them because I know he wouldn't want me to. The owner of Sage, the Sonic Amateur Games Expo, and some other guy dissected the game's security measures. Turns out it's not like computer harming and like world destroying, it's just really invasive. People say this would destroy your whole computer. It's really just some insane guy's way of protecting shit that isn't his. Long story short, I'm not trying to scare you away from downloading shit, but just be careful when you download fan games and don't give fucking admin access to random files. Ooh. The owner of Sage permanently banned Gather Battle from being allowed to participate and compete in the Sonic Amateur Games X. Now that we're finished talking about Gather Battle, you might be thinking to yourself, what the fuck is a Mugen, Joshy? Well, let me talk, I'll explain it, you geriatrical bitchy bastards. Now Mugen isn't completely obscure, a lot of people had heard of it before Salty Bet. Mugen is a freeware fighting game where anyone can fight everyone. Well, essentially a fighting game engine, characters and stages, and literally everything else made by the community. But since I'm a lazy little prick, I'm just gonna call it a game like everyone else does. In a simpler way for you brain dead people, you have two fictional characters fight in a 1v1, or a 2v2. I'll have them switch out when one of them dies. Now time for the long, boring backstory of this game. Sorry, before sleep I'll wake you up. On July 17th, 1999, when some of the little babies such as myself weren't even born yet and still in our father's balls, the company Electbyte created the first ever version of Mugen, coming with 2 stages and the oh so iconic Kung Fu names. Mugen was first created for MS-DOS by some pretty cool guys at the Electrical Engineering and Computer Science Department of the University of Michigan. The very first public beta of Mugen was released just 10 days later on July 27th. The program was written with the C standard coding language with the Allegro library or something. Don't ask me what the fuck it is, because I don't really care and I could never give a shit anyways. The beta version was originally made for DOS, Linux, and Windows, and was originally distributed through Electbyte's official website, which, I'm probably wrong, isn't running anymore and isn't putting out Mugen for download. The development of the DOS version stopped when Electbyte switched to Linux in November 2001. Oh good, you're awake. Well, you missed a lot. If you cared, fat fucking bastard. Don't worry, I could be wrong again, but I don't think any of the backstory will matter yet. I've had fun watching my retarded characters fight each other for hours on end though, so I don't have a life outside my room. Now if there's one thing my shits have to talk about, and the Mugen roster have in common, is that they're absolutely fucking huge. I don't think you can grasp how big it is. The Mugen roster, that is. Mugen character roster is almost as big as your grandpa's cock when he was his Viagra. And you remember how I said everything was community made? Well, every fucking character in this fucking game was as well. And so where the stages crossover games have been coming out since, I don't even know. But we have Mugen now. It's the ultimate crossover game. Even better than Smash Bros, I'd say. Since anyone can make a character or stage, quality varies very wildly between character. I'd like to say I've downloaded quite a few characters in my time of playing Mugen, and quality definitely varies, and it's absolutely amazing. I can practically have whoever I want, and I can make them fight whoever I want. Isn't that absolutely fucking cool? If you don't agree with me, I'll be under your bed tonight. Another amazing thing about it is that it's just not video game characters who can fight. Jesus Christ, Gino will never make it to Smash if he can't even beat the peanut butter jelly time banana. And I like how customizable Mugen is. Most characters have at least more than one color palette, and some people code these palettes to have different moves and AI, and some of the stages are super beautiful as well. I really like the King of Fighters stages, so you'll probably see them throughout the video. One of the most iconic stages is the Final Destination stage, first created by Neo Kamakin. Well, the Mugen database sucks actual ass. It doesn't tell me when it was made. So it was made when it was made, okay? I'm pretty sure there's literally nothing cool about it, but for some reason it's the most popular in the fucking community for literally no reason at all. Back to characters. With Mugen, any two characters can fight, and if you want to see Sonic fight Mario, this was the only way besides shitty Flash cartoons on Newgrounds and albino Black Sheep until Smash released for all. I find it really fucking cool how one community has made so much. Alright, now I do want to throw in a real quick disclaimer. There will be lots of flashing lights, a lot more than there already is, because cheapies are fucking insane. Now you're probably wondering, but Josh, if anyone can make a character, why don't they make ones that are guaranteed to win? Well, the answer is that they do. And they get creative with it as well. The strongest characters in Mugen are called cheapies. I'm not fucking with you, I swear. Just listen. They seriously are called cheapies, and I know that sounds really cute or something you'd want to hug, but you can't because you're ugly as shit on a white outfit. I know, embarrassingly ugly. There's quite a few characters I want to talk about before we talk about some other stuff. There's a lot of cheapies in the community, some you can't actually find on Mugen warehouses. People get very defensive over what website to use. It's commonly known as warehouses. But the Mugen archive is one of the great Mugen warehouse war. Some others that I like or have used are the AK1 Mugen community, Mugen free for all, and YouTube. Yes, I'm calling YouTube a Mugen warehouse. But I've found some of the characters that I've been looking for in YouTube description links. So don't get your panties in a fucking knot and lose your shit. I'm sorry, you're not sorry if you're crying in a corner right now. All because of the fact I didn't put your favourite warehouse in my list. A lot of people tell you as you enter the Mugen community, they are very prone to drama. Nearly everyone in Mugen forums and Reddit pages and whatnot are little babies and will cry and send you death threats in the mail if you say something they don't like. They also get very fucking defensive over the characters as well, to the point where you have to ask some of the character files was from the creator themselves, because, well, they think their character is the fucking best in the world, but oh no, it's not. Sorry, I went on a rant there. I just had to get it off my chest. The archive has a good selection of characters, but oh my god, I'm not posting on your forum. Just give me my fucking files. There's a lot of very infamous characters in the Mugen community. One of those being Donald. Donald was created by the Japanese user Kishio back in 2007. He was an original character, well, not completely original. He was created using some edited Dio sprites and some other characters, but it's mostly original. There's a wide array of McDonald's themed moves and such. You're probably wondering why it's Donald and not Ronald. Well, Kishio is Japanese, as I stated, and in Japan there's this whole thing with L's and R's, so to avoid the trouble, when McDonald's was localized in Japan, they just called him Donald McDonald. Donald even has a rivalry with Colonel fucking Sanders, because of course the Colonel is in Mugen. There's even a special custom intro when they fight each other. Now, Donald is one of those characters with special color palettes, because they all have different gameplay properties. We even fucking paying attention? Donald's 11th palette is known as the Donald Core, just normal Donald, accompanied by 7 other AI controlled Donald to absolutely fucking curb stomp the opponent into the ground. But Donald's strongest palette is known as Dark Donald, which is his 12th palette. He has over 1000 attack / defense, I'm pretty sure, or something. He can jump 5 times in the air, unlike the usual 2 or 1, and his hypers are 1-hit kills or have more projectiles. To put simply, he can easily solo the Donald Core. Also, many more Donald edits, it's fucking insane. I won't show an image of this because it's too long, but it's just fucking crazy. One of the first OP characters I'd ever heard about was Omega Tom Hanks. He had no hitbox, so you couldn't hurt him, and he would attack the opponent with covers of Tom Hanks moves until the opponent fucking dies. But then the Tom Hanks killer class of character was born. Enter the realm of cheapies, which despite their name, they're the strongest in the game, but before we get into it, I just want to mention the fact that we've gone this far into the video and you still haven't liked or subscribed. That is really fucking insane. So you better do it, or so help me God, I will kill your fucking family. For April Fools, two guys by the names of Troy and Tony created the second Death Star, which had modified code to be able to hit Tom Hanks, which you'd think that's impossible. No one can just deflect the Emerald Splash. Sorry, I've been watching JoJo's again. Nothing can hit Tom Hanks. He has no hitbox. Well, with coding, anything is possible. Other strong characters consist of Rare Akuma, which isn't a cheapie but is very strong. Cheap characters that aren't cheapies typically share the property of having no hitbox or unmanageable one-hit hypersen special moves. The second Death Star can be seen as a cheapie as it has codes that modifies shit or something that just breaks the game. I don't think me just telling you what a cheapie is will be good enough, so I'll just read it off the Mugen database verbatim. A cheapie, occasionally known as cheapo or uber cheap character, is a colon quiver. Sorry guys, give me a second. Pronunciation.
Colloquial.
Okay. Thanks, Microsoft Edge. Colloquial term for a type of character that uses code that breaks characters rather than being overpowered by the conventional definition of the term. Cheapies tend not to attack directly, instead using various buffer overflows and external files to execute arbitrary code that defeats the opponent, such as null overflow glitch and postman method, complete with many visual effects that are known to slow down older computer systems. For the most part, they are completely AI controlled. A common trait with cheapies is the ability to hit a character that lacks hurt boxes, as well as the inability to be KO'd via the debug keys, or through normal means for that matter. Most cheapies, especially early ones, work on Win Mugen only due to the methods that they use. Now these are the malicious tiers of cheapies, because I don't want to read every single cheapie type out loud. And I'm reading off the database again, so cry about it. Frost tier, also known as Isolato tier, which are upgraded versions of OMED cheapies in terms of coding. These cheapies use C# rather than Mugen's C standard as their programming language, and have a varying amount of exe files at their disposal, considered a variant of the OMED/Ethos tier. These cheapies are the first on this list to be considered malicious by disabling the task manager and potentially corrupting the OS. Ultra null tier, packed with a replacement aleg40.dll files. I don't know what aleg40.dll, so if you know, please tell me in the comments. Anti-malware tier, which can either run semi-automatically or automatically, making them far more dangerous than Frost tier. There are various sub-tiers currently known are the Alpha tier that is on autorun.inf, scarcely used since Microsoft deprecated fuck, I gotta look up the pronunciation of that as well. I usually know. I swear guys, I usually know the pronunciations of these words. Trust me.
Deprecate.
Deprecate, that'd be, okay. Microsoft deprecated autorun.inf. The beta tier, which modifies the user's registry to open on startup. The gamma tier, which installs a rogue driver to execute its payload. And the delta tier, which uses a boot kit to open before the OS starts. Dragon tier, which are capable of completely rewriting a computer's BIOS. BIOS, BIOS, or UEFI. Someone in the comments tell me what the fuck that is. More powerful variants of Dragon tiers are computer worms with the capability of spreading to other computers through any network it can access. Due to the implications of creating and especially sharing Dragon tier cheapies, knowledge of the few that could exist is kept private. There is no evidence of a Dragon tier ever existing, contrary to popular belief. Now, the Dragon tier seems like a load of bullshit, and it is. There's only one known one that probably doesn't exist, Mathras. There's one supposed video of Mathras, but if it was real, shouldn't it be destroying the computer or something? I'm not going to show the video because I don't know where to download it from, so go find it yourself. I downloaded a potentially computer destroying virus for a video as well. Isn't that amazing? So I hope you've learned something and start playing Mugen, but what I want you to do most is like and subscribe now. Right now. Don't fuck with me. Anyways. Bye bye.